Hello, Dr. Pasquini and fellow students. My name is Jason Creighton. I'm 42 years old. I reside on the unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples. They include, but are not limited to, the Kwantlen, Katzie, Semiahmoo, and Tsawwassen First Nations. I want to thank them and acknowledge the myriad of ways that I benefit from settler colonialism. I live in a magical cabin in an enchanted forest in the middle of Wally. You may think that is hyperbole, but I assure you it is not. I look out on this beautiful backyard that is steps away from the Wally Strip. It's completely separated from any. I don't have any neighbors. There's no alleys. There's no shared walls. It's absolutely wonderful. It's not for everyone, but it's perfect for us. I live here with my darling wife Shannon, with my wonderful dog Leia, and my cat Sophia, who tolerates us all barely. I've already learned much from the two classes that I've been able to attend. I was really grateful to be able to attend the first one because I work full time. I wasn't sure if I would make it, but things worked out that even though I showed up in my work uniform, I was still able to be there, and I really did learn a lot, and I was really grateful for that. In the first class, I learned that even though I may already have some of the so-called soft skills, um, such as clear communication and effective, concise email writings, there's still so much to learn. I really learned about my resume and how it's definitely not good enough. I love the idea of it being a living document. That was something I hadn't really considered before, but it makes a lot of sense. Instead of rewriting it every time, I can just have a master copy that I change and then update as new skills are learned. I'm really looking forward to learning how to translate the wealth of experience I have and to put it on paper and to really be able to communicate that effectively. I think one of my main weaknesses is not really knowing how to acknowledge the strengths that I may have, and I do a lot of volunteer work, and in a lot of that, I'm dealing with a lot of professional people all the time, and I'd really like to have some advice and some suggestions on how to take that experience and transfer that onto paper so that I can give an accurate representation of what I can bring to a company. The second class was eye opening and then showed me the many different communication styles and how important it is for me to pay attention to the communicator style and then tailor my delivery style in such a way to be understood by the intended recipient. I really enjoyed the game we played with Melissa. I think that it illustrated her point about the challenges of communication and in a fun and effective way. Even though I felt like I had butterflies in my stomach the entire time, I enjoyed the competition of it, and I enjoyed the feeling of being on a game show and the rapid fire way in which we did that. I was also really grateful that Melissa took some time to answer our questions and to engage in a meaningful way with the class. My practicum placement is absolutely perfect for me. I'm the kind of person who enjoys reading the terms and conditions. My wife will kind of laugh at me because whenever we're handed something to sign, I always read it, and not everybody does that, which is surprising to me because a lot of times if we're signing something, that's a legal document, and I think we should really take more time to examine some of that. I also really believe in policy, and that's why I'm really excited to take it as a class. I believe that good policy is the only way that we're going to dig our way out of this collective nightmare we've all found ourselves in. Depending on I think depending on the goodness of humankind is a wonderful thing. Um, but we all expect somebody else to do it, and that's where good policy comes in. Is if there's a set of rules that we all agree on and vote on and talk about, well crafted policy can really do wonders. I mean, um, for me, a great example of that is looking back at chlorofluorocarbons and what they were doing to the ozone layer, and we all agreed it was something bad, and we crafted really good policy, and within a few short years, we all stopped using them, and we were able to repair the holes in the ozone layer. And I think that with some good work and some good policy, that we can have such a huge impact on the huge problems that are facing us all now. So I've been placed in the BC Government for Agricultural Land Reserve. Believe it or not, this is absolutely perfect for me. Um, My understanding is that I'll be analyzing policies surrounding subdivision, farm structures, and soil and fill uses in the agricultural land reserve. Um, at first I was like, oh, I'm going to be talking about dirt, but the more I think about it, the more it is something that is just right up my alley, and I can't wait to get started on it. I've spent all evening attempting to access the ALR website. Unfortunately, it's been down, and so I haven't been able to access any of the things that I was asked to. So I hope this doesn't leave me too unprepared for tomorrow. This has been a steep learning curve for me. I have limited experience in an office setting. Many of my more recent jobs have been outside or on site. My goal for the placement is to become comfortable with the various demands, duties, and responsibilities involved in working in a government office environment. My hope is that by the end of this practicum, I will have the skills and knowledge to apply for and receive the government job. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for allowing me to do this. And yeah, let me know what you think.